Hello all and welcome to our crochet yet again for vlog 4. Thanks for joining us. If you're new to our channel, don't forget to subscribe and hit like and share and all that jazz. Vlog 3, the one before this one, last week or week and a half ago, maybe 2 now. Apparently we had hit 1,000 subscribers and I was very, very excited. Yes, I was. But vlog 4, I'm a little bit more subdued. Yes, quite a few things have happened to make me subdued. Okay, one of them is I haven't been able to catch up on a lot of things this week. I've had a few issues with family, but it's all fixed, it's all sorted, we're all under control. Health, you know, family health comes first after all. Having said that, here we are on vlog 4 and I'm going to discuss a few items with you. One being our crochet along granny, look, I've done it again, our granny square crochet along blanket. Maybe by the end of the whole set of tutorials, the part series, I might get the name right. In the meantime, I'm going to show you where we are up to on our blanket now. This is where you should be. We started there, okay, and we joined 1, 2 during the tutorial, and I sent you away to join 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Apparently I can count. And I told you to not cut the yarn and just keep it all there, and there's the yarn. It's stuck on something here. It doesn't matter, the ball of yarn is down here. It's stuck on some pins. I'll get that off in a minute. My T-pins actually. And the product itself, the granny square tutorial itself, is coming along gorgeously. It's stuck on all the pins. Let me show you what I've done. So I'm trying to get it off while speaking to you. Have a look at this. I don't know if I can show you. Ta-da! I don't know if you can see that, but it's stuck. All those pins. And the only way I'm going to get them off is by taking the pins off, I think. Yeah, so our granny squares have been crocheted. Our blocking has been done on the first 8 squares of our granny squares. And the blocking for the second set, I'm stalling as I speak. Let's get rid of that. The second set of blocking, I'm missing a pin by the way, because I just pulled it out to get the yarn out. This is the second set of blocking and it is dry, but yours truly does need to get into gear and do the tutorial. Now, the second set of blocking, sorry about that chair business. I'm outside today, as you can probably hear. Lots of birds, lots of noise, neighbours, cars, trucks, you name it, we've got it. And we've got what they call a hard waste collection at the moment. And a hard waste collection is when you pop a whole lot of gear out in your front yard, and come Monday or Tuesday, the council comes and collects all their rubbish. Well, apparently people come on the weekend that you put it all out and they collect what they want, which is fine, but trucks are everywhere. So here we are, right, that's where we are. Our next square will be, oh, not that side, oh no, that's the right side, it's been pulled because it got stuck on my pins. We'll be crocheting along there, and I'm not sure whether we're doing the whole blanket and coming around. I think we are. We're going all the way along there, and then we're turning around and coming back up with the squares. But I'm not worried about that today. I'm just telling you to get ready for that, because that is coming up in, not the next tutorial, but no, it's probably the next tutorial after this vlog. If not, it'll be the tutorial directly after it, okay? Because we've got a few other items coming. Now, Deborah, yes, I mentioned you again. This is twice I've mentioned you in our vlogs. Deborah was saying that she struggled with crochet, with the crochet along, and she was going to go away and do her other 8 squares and then come back and try it. Well, I came up with an idea of crocheting a whole heap of squares. I mean, look at the size of this square. Now this yarn, it's four rows, exactly like our squares, 4 rows. But look at, fold it over so you can see. That is the size of one square in 4 rows, 8 ply. That is the size of another square. I reckon this is about a 16 ply or something, but it's extraordinarily thick. And I went to a stitch night at Unwind Cafe. That hopefully that link will be in the details description box down below. I tried putting it in the last vlog, it didn't quite come up, so there you go. And this square, I bought the yarn from Unwind. It's not Bendigo Woolen Mills yarn. This yarn is Fiddlesticks, okay? You may have seen some of that in my tutorials, you may not, but you will over the next few weeks or months or so, because I've been buying quite a bit of Fiddlesticks just for fun. Don't quote me, I'm not promoting them. I haven't been paid to promote them. I've just wanted to try a different thread just for fun. So, Deborah, for you, I did 4 of these squares, but because I did the 4, I sort of thought, what am I going to do with 4? So yours truly bought more yarn, and I'm making a thick, heavy blanket out of this, using the same join as you go. Thanks, Deborah. I'm going to blame you for me buying that yarn. It's all your fault. It's a good fault. Don't panic. All right. So here we are. These squares here, Deborah, I will put this tutorial up. First, I'll put the other tutorial of the other joining as you go. Then I will put this one up. Okay. And I will join this one with, oh, I forgot to bring out the green. It's kind of a green yarn, with the green yarn. And then I will join this as well. So while everyone's doing the other join, this will come directly after that tutorial, and you'll be able to see the other join as well. So it'll be a lot easier for you, and a lot easier for newcomers. If you're a newcomer, you haven't missed out on too much. The first part of the tutorial was how to crochet the square. Second part was blogging. Third part was blogging. Did I say blogging? I meant blocking. Hello. Third part was blocking your squares. The fourth part was the crochet along for the first set of 8 squares, and your fifth part of the tutorial, which is coming up either tomorrow or the next day, will be how to crochet the next color onto that. So you really haven't missed out on much. I will pop all the links to those tutorials in the description box down below, and you can catch us up when you're ready. Don't forget, if you do want to get these links and you want to get more stuff in your inbox, you need to subscribe to the YouTube channel and click the little bell button so you can receive them in your inbox. So that's those 2 items I wanted to talk about. The other item I wanted to talk about today is, just give me 1 second, I pushed it all the way over here, and I don't know why I did that, but I did. Now, quite a few people have been asking me about this particular what do you call it? Mandala or granny circle, if you will. Now they're asking me, can we make it bigger? And I said no, because it's not designed that way. But yes, you can. Yours truly did spend quite a bit of time late last night until I was blue in the face. I had to come up with a way to make that bigger, and I have. So what I've done here, I don't mind all the little ends because I'm just playing around at the moment. The first part of the, upside down. The first part of it started getting all wobbly, but the second bit, that was all the wobbly bit, there it is, that's all the wobbly bit that you guys were talking about. If you're new to the channel, you're not sure what I'm talking about, the link to this pattern will be in the description box down below. You can have a bit of a play with it and then come back to us. Just don't do the last 3 rows on the second part of the tutorial, and I'll explain that to you in a minute. So yes, you're right, it does kind of wobble. So what I did was, for those of you who know how to make beanies and baby beanies and so on, you'll notice when you're working in the round, you need to increase after every second stitch on the second row, increase after every third stitch on the next row, increase after every fourth stitch. So what you're actually doing is decreasing. I know that sounds silly, but you'll get it when I do it. So these double cluster sets that we had, and we were going 1, double cluster 1, all right? What we're going to be doing is doing double cluster, I think it's over here, yeah, double cluster 2, double cluster 2, and so on. It doesn't make sense yet. It will make sense when we do the tutorial. That tutorial will be either the second tutorial after that granny square blanket or the third. So it will be coming up. I am doing it. We're all going to be doing it together. And yeah, it'll be good. It'll be good. The other thing I was going to talk about was, for those of you who do use what we call a yarn bowl, okay, you may not use it, I don't know. A friend of mine was ordering one for herself. She gave me a call and said, would you like one? I thought, I've never used one. I don't know if I'll ever use it. But I worked out something not long after she spoke to me. When we're doing tutorials, not even tutorials, when I'm crocheting in general, I end up with a yarn yarn ball, and I wind it up as you do, and then towards the end of the project, the ball, it's really small and it gets all a bit ratty because it's so tiny, and I can't use the winder to wind it because I'm in the middle of the project. So what I do is I wind the yarn up into a small ball, and it just rolls around off tables and things and ends up all over the place. Whereas now I can use the yarn ball to wrap it around in there, and the ball just bounces around in here and doesn't hit the floor and doesn't get dirty. So I don't know where she got it from, I can't remember, somewhere in Sydney, I'm in Melbourne. She ended up getting 4, I ended up taking 2, like a silly person that I was. However, I do use it to store little balls of yarn when I'm working on the granny squares, when I'm working on different coloured rows of granny squares, or even different coloured rows of blankets that go that way. Okay, so that's the yarn bowl. If you are interested in one of those, I don't have the link sadly to it, have a look around all over the web. They are great to keep your balls, stop them rolling off the table and onto the floor. You know, if your floor is dirty, it can happen. You know, we can't always be clean. So that's the yarn bowl. Am I talking too fast for you guys? I'm rushing because there's so much noise here at the moment. Babies and people and cars and trucks, you name it, they're here. But I don't mind, and I'm going to keep going because guess what? That's life, guys. That is life. And I'm going to be showing you some stuff that I hope you will be interested in. Now, for Deborah again. She's thinking, everybody's thinking, who is this Deborah? Well, I don't know her. She's a lady who has subscribed to my channel and who has passed on questions that she wanted to know about the tutorials that she's working on. And one of them was this granny square crochet along that we're doing, granny square blanket crochet. Hello. So Deborah, I thought just for fun I would show you one that I have done in the past, that I have used different colors for each round. Okay, so there it is. All right, now I just thought I'd show you this one because I wanted you to know that there are other ways where you can actually join your granny squares. So if when I do that other tutorial for the larger square for you, and you want to join that that way, that's great. But if you say at the end, look Mary, I can't do this, it's not working for me, I can put a tutorial up and show you how to join it other ways. Now this way, the way this was joined, and you can see a flat seam there, and you're thinking, oh wow, it looks great. It's not perfect because the way it was joined was you're using single crochet on the back of the blanket, so that's kind of bubbled. However, it does give it a flat look, doesn't it? If you look nice and close, see how close I can get to the camera without it blurring. See that line right there? I hope it hasn't blurred too much for you. Okay, so it does give it a gorgeous look. Not as good as the other one. However, it's still a good look. So if you want, we can do that join, and I will show you another join in a minute. So, oh, by the way, if anyone is interested, oh, actually, that's the wrong way anyway. I'm a duffer, aren't I? What I've done. That's the right way of looking at it. So I've single crocheted on top, on the front of the blanket. So it does give it that ridged look. So if you want to do that one, Deborah, and anyone else, please leave a comment in the comment section down below, and I will show you how to do that one. It's very, very easy. Now this is the easiest of all stitches, and yes, of course, there happened to be a helicopter pass right now. You know what, it's funny because I spent 25 minutes setting up here. The whole area was dead quiet, silent, you heard nothing. Then the guy next door decides to mow the lawn, children come out, they're screaming, trucks are coming, cars are coming, now helicopter. Give me 1 second, guys, and I'll be back. Okay, the helicopter's gone. Oops. So there you have it. All right, Deborah. So that is a blanket. By the way, if anybody is interested, I think I mentioned it before, but if you are interested, this blanket is on my Etsy and my madeit.com.au stores. It is for sale there. If anybody wants to purchase this particular blanket, you can. I may have to wash it now because as I walked away, it fell on the floor. So I'm going to have to wash it. Okay. Now, Deborah, another join. We have yet again another join. Very similar to the one we're using in our blanket. but easier. And now the thing with this join is, the only reason I don't like it is because it has kind of a gappy look about it. And oh, by the way, Bendigo Woolen Mills cotton. This is a Bendigo Woolen Mills cotton here in Bendigo, Australia, Melbourne, Victoria, Australia. This also is Bendigo Woolen Mills cotton. So as you can see, this blanket is put together very similar than the other one, but it doesn't have, each stitch is not sewn together. Like, you just jump to the next loop, you do a single crochet, and then you jump to the next single crochet, the next, and that's all you do. So that is a basic stitch. Deborah, if you are interested in that one as well, I'm happy to put a tutorial up for that one as well. So these are just the two different ways that you can actually do your blankets. Okay, join your blankets. By the way, this blanket here has a gorgeous little picketed edge, which we may consider putting on the new blanket. Again, a little bit difficult. You'll be able to do it. Newbies can do it. Okay, so what we'll do, put that away, Deborah. Two different styles of sewing together or weaving together. The reason I said the word sewing is because sewing is a third way of doing the old Victorian style stitch. Now, I don't have anything here with that, but I can also show you that one too. It is long, it is tedious, it is dull, and it is difficult. So that's all I want to say. Well, it's not too difficult. All I want to say about that, I'm happy to show you. I'd rather not, because it is very, very difficult. Now, that's all of that. Now, the other thing is, yours truly had a whole pink load of gear that I was getting organised for a colleague at work, for her granddaughter that was just born. And an emergency came up and I couldn't get to work on the day that I had the box ready sitting in the car. So I still have it. So I'm quickly going to take a video of how it's all set up, because, you know, it's not just about crocheting a product. If you're wanting to sell the project, it's all about how it looks too, and how you present it. You know, it's all about that. So I'm going to show you how it's presented, only by chance. Usually I ship it out real quickly and it's gone, but lucky I can do that today before the lady comes. So give me 2 seconds while I take the camera off the stand and over to the project. All right, so here we have our gorgeous box. You can get them anywhere in Super Saver stores, or in our area they call them $2 shops, but they're not exactly $2. These boxes are a little more than $2. Now, I bought a flower which I glued to the box just for look. Okay, it's all about presentation, isn't it? Okay, now they're my cards, so I put them in every box or every pack that I do. I always leave a label of the yarn that I used. There are occasions where I don't, because I've misplaced them, but I always put in washing instructions as well. Each item that leaves the premises is washed and blocked once or twice, depending on the product. Now in our box here, I'll keep the lid closed so we can put the gear on the lid. Now in this one, I've put the dress and the nappy cover in. And in this one, you haven't seen the booty with the buttons on it, have you? So I've put the booty, the beanie, the booties, and the jacket. And then in there, oh, I don't know what that is. I have put the, lucky I opened up the box, hey? Just to show you. I have put the blanket, okay, folded up nicely. Take these cards out because I'm going to put them all back nicely. Again, presentation is very, very important, guys. Okay, there's one set. There's your other set. And I found these little items that you see here, these little pink things, in my stash of items to cover things with. Okay, and my daughter actually thought I'd bought it for this project, but no, I actually found them. You can get them in little craft stores. I don't know how much they cost. I didn't buy it. It was given to me, so I was happy to use it. So do how you like, whatever you like to use, and however you like to box your items. But this is the way I have boxed this. So I'm very happy with the way it's turned out. The lady, she'll actually be passing in about 10 minutes. I'm cutting myself fine to collect it. But there you have it. How about that? Okay guys, so thank you very much for watching, and don't forget our very next tutorial coming up after this vlog will be crocheting our next colour to this. The very next tutorial after that will be this guy helping Deborah and our newbies out. Your very next tutorial will be, if I can find it, there it is, our mandala, and enlarging it for you guys without having that little wave effect. And what else can I say? Don't forget, you can, if you would like to purchase this blanket, or if you would like to see any of the tutorials that I've discussed, click on the description box down below and you'll see all of the links to them down there. And what else can I say? This particular blanket will be up on my Etsy and my madeit.com.au stores in about 3 or 4 days time. Okay, so you can purchase that one as well. And that's it, guys. Woohoo! That was vlog number 4. You've been watching Mary. This is Well Crochet. Don't forget to hit like, subscribe, the bell button so you can receive further tutorials in your inbox, and ciao for now.